What is up, YouTube? That's here, bringing you guys another episode of In It to Win You. We are still playing with that semi-hard Trick Room team that we were playing with before, but I've tweaked it up a lot. You can see we are going to be running Mimikyu, Feeny, Snorlax, Incineroar, Celesteela, and Porygon 2. Items are going to be looking like a sash on Mimikyu. There's a sash, Swords Dance Mimikyu, similar to the way you'd see it in like Battle Spot singles. I really think this Pokemon has potential this format. We're running leftovers on our Calm Mind Feeny. We're running the, I think, Mago Berry, the 50% Restore Berry, on our Recycle Snorlax, who also has Curse, Wild Charge, and High Horsepower. No stabbed attacks on the Snorlax. He can hit things like Marowak's, he can hit things like Gyarados', he can hit pretty much everything for super effective damage with the addition of ground and electric moves. Next up is going to be our big Z move on the Incineroar. This is going to be the Incinium Z, what is it? I don't even know what the Z move's called, but you know what, you get the picture. The Incinium Z on the Incineroar. Oh, next up is going to be our Assault Vest Celesteela use. I've seen me use this before. I think this is probably the weakest link in the team, but if there's any Pokemon that can really deter a Garchomp from coming, because Garchomp is one of our biggest threats, it's Celesteela, Feeny, and Porygon on the same team. And last up is going to be the Trace Porygon. We have Tri-Attack, Ice Beam, Trick Room, and Recover on this guy, so hopefully we can continue our win streak. I don't even think we've lost a Pokemon yet with this team, so hopefully we can keep that going as we hop into some games. Let's see if we can get started. Alright, so we're going up against Nick in the first game. His team is Machamp, Politoed, Metagross, Feeny, Porygon, and Salamence. I really like to see the Metagross, Machamp, and Salamence. It's a core that I used a while ago, back in like February. For a good long time, I really like how all three of them have great synergy together. They have very good offensive typing, and enough defensive typing with like Intimidate from Salamence, you know, Steel typing from Metagross, that they can actually get the job done. It's a very unique core you don't see very often, that also gets torn up by Mimikyu. So we're going to use Mimikyu, obviously, as our lead here. Mimikyu's a pretty good lead. I think I might just go Mimikyu, Incineroar, and I think I'll just be fine. I really think I'll be fine. So we're going to go Mimikyu, we're going to go Incineroar. I do think I need to bring Porygon, but, like, he has a Machamp. Like, let's be realistic. How am I going to get in on a Machamp with, like, Porygon and Snorlax? Like, I'm not. So maybe I should be bringing Steela, but then how the heck do I ever beat his Porygon, you know? I have to bring Snorlax. Snorlax is like Snorlax is like my win condition. But then maybe I shouldn't be bringing Feeny. Maybe I should be bringing Steel instead of Feeny. He's gonna have his own Feeny. Do I want to have a Feeny mirror match? I think I need to bring the Feeny to be able to switch in to make it so I don't die. So hopefully Feeny can carry us a little bit. We got two setup Pokemon, which is what we need to win this game against like Porygon and somewhat hard Trick Room. So we'll see. Machamp is more of a threat than you might think. So we'll see what we can get done against a Machamp. Another play I could have went with, like, is leading with Porygon or something that's weak against fighting and switching in Mimikyu to block the fighting attack that's going to obviously be coming in that slot. But we're leading with Mimikyu, we're fine. We see Metagross and Feeny. I think this is completely okay with me. We just got to play our cards right. So I've actually been seeing a lot of Tech Rage Metagross recently. I really think it's something that's starting to become a little bit popular. So what we're going to do is we're just going to Swords Dance with our Mimikyu. And I think I'm going to fake out the Feeny just to actually... I mean, I could just one-shot that Metagross with my Incineroar, probably. He's probably full speed, though. It's really hard to say. What do we have in the back? I wonder if Darkest Lair can kill. I wonder if I even have to use my Z move. That's like what I'm thinking. I'll blow the Z move. It's fine. I want it gone. No fake out this time. Pop a Swords Dance with Mimikyu. Mimikyu's obviously the fastest. No one's protecting, so it's most likely a Specs Feeny. And we get our Swords Dance off. It goes for Muddy Water. And remember, this is just going to break Mimikyu's disguise. And Mimikyu has a Sash. So, like, Mimikyu can stick on this board long enough. And is Metagross faster than my Incineroar? That's the real question here. That's, like, the real big question. And it looks like he is faster. Oh my gosh, he's sitting on Mimikyu. But, hey, we got a Focus Sash. Isn't that nice? Isn't that spectacular? So Mimikyu survives with Focus Sash. Metagross gets a boost, but Metagross is the recoil. So we just KO that guy with the Mush's Moonsault. And I still have my Fire Attack, so I still have a good amount of HP left if I need it. So let's see, I might be switching with Feeny next turn. I'm probably actually going to Protect with my Mimikyu, now that I think about it. Comes in with Politoed. Okay. Okay. That's bad. It starts up Drizzle, which means, like, we're in a losing race here. I'm just going to Protect with my Mimikyu then. I mean, and I'm just gonna try to Darkest Lariat the Feeny. But Feeny's already faster than me, and now his Muddy Water actually has enough KO damage to KO me, because, I know it looks like it's Specs Feeny anyways, but his Muddy Water has enough damage thanks to the Drizzle boost to be able to KO my Incineroar. So he blocks that one, and he hits on the Incineroar, so Incineroar's going to be going down. I have Snorlax in the back, as well as my own Feeny. So who should I send out? Probably send out my own Feeny. I could save Snorlax for a little bit later. Hopefully, I don't miss a Play Rough. I don't think Play Rough one-shots Feeny, but, you know, we're going to see. Going for the Play Rough on his Feeny. Going for a Moonblast on his Feeny. Get out of here, Tapu Fini. That's right. That's right. Big damage. I mean, the damage is pretty big. And he's not Specs. Yes, oh, he's hitting my Feeny with him. He's ignoring my Mimikyu. I mean, he's allowed to. There's nothing really wrong with that. We're trading Moonblast here, though. And... oh my gosh, and he Super Berries me. That's the worst freaking scenario in the world. Of course that would happen to me, right? Of course that would happen. He's going to Scald my Mimikyu. That's terrible. That's terrible. I mean, I have Snorlax in the back, but I don't really want to use it right now, you know? Alright, well, I'm still fine. Unless he just Perish Songs me with this Toad. Then we lose, because he has more Pokemon than we do. But maybe the Toad's... no, Toad's not Specs. Toad protected already. So he's seen Protect and Scald from Toad. Really weird to see Scald on that guy as well. I'm just going to go for a Wild Charge and a Calm Mind. We have to hope the Wild Charge can just KO Feeny from here. I think it can, though. He's going for Moonblast. He's probably going to get a special attack drop this time just because that's my life. Yep. That's my life, you know. Welcome to my life. So we get a Calm Mind off pretty good. And I really wanted the Calm Mind. I could have protected him Wild Charge, but I really wanted the Calm Mind. Because it gives me the little boost against like Politoed and other mons. He can't burn me with this Politoed because there's a Misty Train up. So at least we can count Lucky Stars right there. And Wild Charge is going to come in onto the Feeny. Can we KO, please? I guess not. I guess we'll never be able to KO anything. Okay, what the hell do we do here then? I'm just going to protect with my Feeny next turn. Like, I have to protect with my Feeny. I want to see what he has in the back. He still has all 4. Oh, he only has 3. Okay, cool. Yeah, we KO'd the Metagross easy. The thing is, we have to assume he probably has Machamp in the back. I'm just going to Wild Charge his Feeny again and protect. Yeah. I'll eventually be able to grind out things like Toad, especially after the rain's gone. So I should be in a pretty decent spot. I'm going to be getting health back from leftovers. I'm going to be getting my berry activated. If he hits me again, then I can just recycle. I wish I probably got a couple curse offs, but we don't really technically need curses, considering we don't know what his last Pokemon is. He goes for a sub Politoed. That kind of sucks, but I don't think it's the end of the world. We just want to KO his Feeny. The Feeny is the biggest problem here. So we've seen 3 moves on Toad: Protect, Sub, and Scald. I wonder what his last move is going to be. I doubt that it's Perish Song. And he wouldn't really use it because Snorlax is the slowest thing in the world. But we get free leftovers procs on our Feeny. That's pretty good. And then he also has lefties. Okay. It looks like I'm just going to play the Ignore Politoed game for next 30 turns. He's probably going to burn my Snorlax this turn. Let's be realistic. He's probably just going to burn me with the Scald on the first try. But we'll see what oh, fuck, he has Machamp. Of course he has Machamp. Alright. I mean, the only thing I can really do is try to hit the Machamp with all my Pokemon. And it really sucks that I got a special attack drop when I got Moonblast a couple turns ago. I knew it would have the Machamp. I knew it would have it. So I'm kind of glad that... I mean, Curse wouldn't really save me all that much if I cursed like a couple turns ago, because I still would have been at this much HP. He goes for Protect with Machamp. That's such a good play. I guess. Alright, so we block a Moonblast. He's probably... was he trying to freeze me? I guess. Go for it. Go for it. I guess you could try and freeze me. It ain't the end of the world. I mean, I don't really KO his Machamp with Snorlax. Or sorry, Snorlax isn't going to live through this onslaught of Machamp either. I mean, I do think I'm in a good spot. Like, how the hell is he going to beat the Feeny? Like, that's the real question. We've seen the last move on his Politoed's Ice Beam. So he has to have some crazy way to be able to KO Feeny, otherwise he's pretty boned. Moonblast is going to come in. I'm not going to be able to KO this Machamp. I really don't think I can. I'm at neutral right now. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that KO'd. I cannot believe it. I'm only at neutral. Well, I guess we KO those. And then, yeah, now we're just going to win because we're gonna break the Politoed sub with a Wild Charge here. And then we're just going to start Moonblasting him into hell. So, I guess we win. Potentially in this game I misplayed a little bit by going for the Insinium Z onto the Metagross. I guess I could have Flare Blitzed. Remember, he had a Politoed in the back, which is one of the main reasons why I didn't want to just open up with Flare Blitz. You never really just want to use Flare Blitz when they could switch in a Politoed. I would have probably been able to one-shot it with the Insinium Z if he decided to switch in. And it looked pretty juicy, so that's why I went with that one instead. But I am probably going to be able to win this one. It's just going to take a few turns. And maybe he'll just run. Because I actually have to... It's going to take a little while. It's probably going to take 3 turns for me to win this one, because he's probably going to use Protect every other turn, and we're going to get in this like little stall war. Thank goodness he forfeit. What a good sport, because like there ain't no way to win that. Like my leftovers are restoring more than your Ice Beam, so that ain't happening. Okay, so we're going up against Neptune from the United Kingdom. He has Aerodactyl, Arcanine, Garchomp, Magnezone, Porygon 2, and Tapu Fini. I think I can beat this. I think this team has a real big problem with Snorlax, so I think if Snorlax can get in there correctly, I'll be fine. Like, I'm thinking about leading Snorlax and just potentially switching it out for Steela. What do I really have? Like, if I were to lead Snorlax, Fini, have Steela in the back, that's pretty good. And then maybe just Porygon? And that seems like it's pretty good to me. So we got Snorlax. Fini, Steela, and Porygon. The problem with this is the Magnezone. But I don't think it's the end of the world. Maybe his Porygon can't even hit our Mimikyu too. Mimikyu's not as good here as you'd think. I mean, it actually might be. Let's try Mimikyu instead of Steela. I don't really want to bring Mimikyu versus like a team that has like Arcanine and the rest, you know? Arcanine and the Magnus, I don't really want to bring Steel to that. I want to try Mimikyu. Who knows, it could be amazing. Alright, let's try it. Let's try Mimikyu. Mimikyu over Steela, because I really think he's going to... I don't think he's going to blow the Z move the first turn. I mean, he might. He might just blow it on Snorlax like an idiot. But let's see if his team actually has enough damage to follow it up, because it's not going to KO, it's just going to proc my berry. So we'll see. We got Neptune starting it off. If he blows the Z move first turn, I think we win. Magnezone P2. So it looks like he's trying to catch Steela. Alright, so we have Snorlax and Fini. This is like really, really good for me, I think. I think I might just Protect with Fini. I might even just switch Fini out. Or I could just pop a Calm Mind, I think. He gets a download, gets an attack boost. I think I could technically Calm Mind right here. Yeah, I'll try it. What if I went for the Muddy Water? I really don't think he's going to Protect. And Trick Room. Actually, I'm just going to go for the raw Muddy Water. Let's try it. Let's try Muddy Water, High Horsepower, and Magnezone. If we get Magnezone off the board, that is huge. It's so big. And it forces him to go for Protect Trick Room to even... Like, I don't really lose anything, I don't think. Why would you Protect Trick Room against a Snorlax and a Fini and a team that looks like hard Trick Room? And I think I can eat a Thunderbolt. I think I'm actually faster than the Magnezone with my Fini. So we're actually going to see. So Magnezone goes for Protect. He is going for the trick. Like, it's lame, I guess, but I don't think it's the real end of the world. So because Muddy Water's still hitting Porygon, so it's still technically, you know, damage that I wouldn't be getting any other way. And it's going to force him into thinking that I'm yeah, it's going to force him into thinking I'm Spexed. We get a actually drop 2, which is huge. He goes for an Ice Beam, and he misses it. So those are things that I take here. Alright, so his Magnezone is probably just going to be attacking or switching. He's not going to be switching into Aerodactyl. You know, I might want to get one curse off. Just one. No, I'll curse this turn. I'm going to curse this one turn. And I think I might just Calm Mind him. I can go for attacks and stuff next turn. I really think that Magnezone switching. This is the greediest freaking turn of all time, by the way. Because I don't think he's just going to let his Magnezone die. Oh shit, he is. Well, you know, he's allowed to just let his Magnezone die, I guess. But I guess it's not really that big of a deal to him. Get a special attack boost. This Thunderbolt is going to be dealing a massive amount of damage to my Fini. And he actually... No, wait, Fini... That guy didn't have an attack... Or an accuracy drop. So it's big damage. He goes for Shadow Ball. So he has Shadow Ball and Ice Beam. It's really weird to see. Looks like he's fishing for special D drops. And he gets one. So it really counteracts my Calm Mind a lot. So we get this one now. We get one curse off. That's pretty good. I might just want to curse a few more times. I really doubt that Porygon even has Toxic then, because we've seen those two moves. So like I could protect with my Feeny this turn, get my leftovers back. And then next turn go for the Muddy Waters. Or why don't I just Muddy Water now? Like I'm faster. No, the correct play is actually just go for the correct play is to go for the high horsepower protect. It is. But it's really predictable. So I mean it is what it is. I think worst case scenario next turn we're gonna lose our Feeny for the Magnezone. We're gonna trade 1 for 1, but Snorlax is sitting pretty at +1. So I think we're in a decent spot. We're in a decent spot. Even if he goes for the protect with the Magnezone, it's really not that bad. Because he's running out of ways to break the Snorlax, I think. I mean, he could potentially have the Toxic on Porygon. He could still have Toxic Trick Room with, like, Shadow Ball and Ice Beam, I guess, if his Porygon was a legend. But I doubt it. So protecting with Feeny, it's pretty obvious. His Magnezone just going for a Raw Thunderbolt on the Feeny. Cool. So hopefully we break the Magnezone sturdy here. We double block those. Those are things that we block. And we hit the high horsepower. Is this guy sturdy or not? And it looks like he is. So hey, that's fine with me. I got literally absolutely no problems with that. It looks like he's going to Super Berry me. I wonder if I can KO with a Muddy Water from there. It's kind of hard to say, isn't it? Like, can I KO with the Muddy Water? I don't really know. I am going to curse probably next turn, though. Because look, he has Arcanine. The rest of his Pokemon, every single one of his Pokemon, other than his Feeny, are physical attackers. So I'm just going to curse again. I'm going to curse one more time. And I'll just go for Muddy Water. Hopefully the Muddy Water can take out the Magnezone. I really don't think it can. But I really think the Magnezone is actually just going to protect. We will see. Oh, nope. We make double contact. And that's more than I can actually ask for a lot of the time. So double hits with Muddy Water. We take out the Magnezone. That's huge. And we hit the Porygon. And he misses on my Feeny. And we get a second curse. That's pretty big. I got +2 Snorlax, +1 special attack Feeny going into the later stage of this game. Now we don't really know if we do not know if that Porygon has Toxic. That's like the thing. I bet you he has Trick Room, Recover, and both of those moves. I really don't think he has Recover and Toxic. If he has Toxic, it's totally sucks. But it is what it is, and we'll see. We see Garchomp coming in here. Alright, so I'm going to protect with my Feeny most likely. I'm just going to high horsepower the Garchomp. Just because I get leftovers from this. Like, there's no reason to not protect their Feeny here. Because he should just be trying to Z-move me right now. This is one shot. I guess he could Swords Dance me. That'd be pretty scary. He might actually have to make that kind of risk. I probably should have attacked. I should have attacked. Just because I'm in such a good position that I want to stop him. Oh, wow, he just Earthquaked his own Porygon. Okay, it looks like it's potentially a Scarf Chomp then. Yeah, we take those. Maybe he's like baiting me into... Oh, he's just going to recover. Cool. His Garchomp's going to take good damage from this high horsepower as well. Not a ton of damage, just good damage. Oh, just kidding, we miss. He takes no damage from high horsepower. We missed. So what really sucks about this is my train's going to go away, which means if Porygon has Toxic, he's most likely going to be using it here. So, I mean, I'm just going to go for the high horsepower on the Garchomp again, and a Moonblast, because I want Garchomp gone. And I can't really Wild Charge a Garchomp, so gotta get Garchomp off the board if you want to continue to play this game. If he has Toxic, now is the time to use it. He's been waiting his whole life. Now, the perfect turn right here is Z-move. Oh, he's going for the Swords Dance now! Now you're going for Swords Dance? Why would you do that last turn? Why? I guess Earthquake would put him within range. Maybe he thought I was going to switch because I don't want to get Z-moved, but, I mean, I'm keeping him honest. I regretted the last turn of not attacking, so we attack this turn. And he goes for another Shadow Ball. Looks like he does not have Toxic, or else he would totally be using it. And he's going to have a special D-drop? No. But high horsepower hits on Porygon. We're at +2. This is going to be good damage. That is good damage. I mean, that's pretty good damage. So what's his last Pokemon? Can we clean this one out? Let's see. What's his last Pokemon? Potential for Arcanine. I doubt it's Aerodactyl. It's Arcanine. Cool. Yeah, it looks like the high horsepower spam is going to be real here. He intimidates our Snorlax. It's not really the end of the world, because remember, the defense boosts are what we really are after in this matchup. So yeah, we're just going to high horsepower the Arcanine. We're just going to protect with Feeny for a turn because we can. Like, we literally just can. We get leftovers. We've gotten so much off of leftovers this game that why not take some more? It forces this guy to have to take risk. I bet his Porygon's protecting, and his Arcanine, well, is protecting as well. So, did I say Porygon protecting? Porygon's recovering, probably. So, we'll see. I mean, it's not like he could hit our Feeny anyways. He has an accuracy drop. So, he goes for the cover. So, this turn was pretty much a wash, but I really don't think it's the end of the world. I'm just going to High Horsepower and Muddy Water. He's probably going to be able to take out my Feeny with a Wild Charge here. But it's actually going to be kind of close. Like, I get good health off of leftovers. I get 11 HP. 11 HP is a lot of the time. So we're going to High Horsepower to the Arcanine. Oh my gosh, I need to PP max these High Horsepowers, man. I am almost out of them. So here we go. It'd be really cool to be able to make contact with Muddy Water. So he goes for the Wild Charge. Is he going to be able to KO? Barely. I'm going to say barely on that one. Let's see if he takes Life Orb damage. And he takes the Recoil. No orb damage, though. Oh, he misses because he has an accuracy drop. And then I make contact with High Horsepower. This is +1. And it's enough to take out Arcanine. That's really, really big for me. Now I don't technically have to use High Horsepower anymore. And remember, I have a limited number of them, so I'm really happy that that works that way. So we're going to send Mimikyu out here. Mimikyu is going to be the one to clean this one up. Remember, he has Ice Beam and Shadow Ball. And so he probably thinks like he almost has shots, like almost, until, because he's like, oh, well, Mimikyu's useless against my Porygon. But in reality, it's about to be the setup show. We're going for Curse, we're going for Swords Dance, and we are trying to clean this one out. He's probably just going to forfeit, though. Like, I would just forfeit here. There's a forfeit. That usually is what happens when this team gets in that dominant of a position. We usually see a hard quit from our opponent. So those were the couple games I have for you today. Let me know what you guys think about this team, the way I played it in the comments below. Do you guys think it has any really big weaknesses that I could be, tweaking the team to change? I know I have a pretty big weakness to fighting. Like, I have Porygon, a Snorlax, and an Incineroar. What do you guys think I should do to fix that? Leave a comment below, let me know, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.